try to pick the scenario because network security group. Network ACLs. Let's come on. Okay. If you look at this picture, okay, so what you're getting, where you keep your network security group and your network ACLs. Getting something?
Yeah, it is in the instance level security.
Okay, so let's put a scenario like this. Scenario is something like you have a VPC in East US. Okay, so 10.20. Okay, and it has two subnets. Okay, it has two subnets, and inside I have one or two VMs in this, and another subnet I have one or two instances. Okay, now where you call it as internet gateway. Why you need internet gateway?
Internet.
For internet access, right? So imagine this subnet. Okay, this subnet is uh, associated with one network ACL. Okay, or I will use only one network ACL for both for both the subnets. Is it possible? Right, it is possible. So what I will do, I will create internet access. This is what? Mm, RDP. What it means? These are my what I can say. These are my network security groups. Okay, and these are my network ACLs. And what else you have? You'll have something else, right? What you call it as routings. Okay, so for each subnet, we will use only one routing. like this. So subnet 1, route table 1, subnet 2, route table 2. Okay, now how the connectivity will work, let's see. Say subnet 2, 10, 20, 2.0.24. And the subnet 1, 10, 10, sorry, 10, 20, 1.0.24. Okay, so let's say these two are Linux machines. These two are Linux machines. They will go via okay, and in this there is one Linux server and one Windows server. Let's say this is Windows server and this one is Linux server. Okay, so what I will do from Windows, uh, sorry, from Windows and from Linux. Okay, how they will go? Again, they will use this route table. This will also send it to via this NACL, this route table. And how the traffic will go? Let's say people will use, in organizations, what kind of security that they will adopt? Two-layer security, right? What do you mean by two-layer security? Let's say you have one more small VPC. So in that small VPC, you have a two subnets. Okay, in that two subnets, say there's a one machine, Windows, another machine, same Windows. So what's the difference? Normally, what happens? People will connect from home. To whom they will connect? They will connect to VPN. Right. In this case, we don't test VPN at the moment, but imagine they will connect to VPN, and once they connect to VPN, they can access these machines. Means what we can say, VDI VPC, or let's take 172.16.0.0/16. This is your VDI. Okay. From VDI, you have a two different pools. Let's say okay, and like this. Now, once you connect to VPN, in my case, VPN won't be there, but ideally VPN will be there. What I will do, I will place one more internet gateway here. Okay, and from remote or remote office or anywhere, okay, let's say Shreyas, you have RDP access. Can you do RDP into machines?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a
So
jump server of Windows where we do RDP, and then from there we do PuTTY.
no. That's okay. So in our case here, what I need to do from my laptop, if I log in, I'll be able to access. Okay, I'll be able to access this machine. And from your laptop, if you log in, you will be able to access this machine. Understood? Okay. Once we log in for respective machines, let's say I will establish a peering connection over here between both of them. Okay, and how the traffic will go? Traffic will go like they have represented. Let's see, there is a router which is not visible. Route tables are there, but if you're saying there will be some hidden router, which is not visible anywhere, but it's okay. Let's try to open this one. Okay, so this visible, invisible router. Right, how it will react? It will input from everybody, and it will send it to, if needed, internet gateway, or if needed, to a peering connection. Understood? Means based on your routes, it can send the data to internet gateway. It can send data to peering connection. Then only you'll be able to access from this side, right? So from onshore, if somebody is trying to log in, they will be able to access everything. But from offshore, let's say if I'm trying to access it, I'll be able to access only this Linux machine and this Windows machine. Okay, but these two won't be accessible for me. That's the condition. Okay, how we will control this traffic by using all these components, we will try to test it. So what you have to imagine few things. One is you have network ACL here as well. Like this. Okay, and you have route tables here as well. Getting the point? Okay, so let's say you have only one route table. Only one route table for both that controls the traffic from internet as well as that controls the traffic to peering connection. How to do that? Let's see. I'm removing this VPN because we're not testing the VPN. We're testing network security groups. Right. So how to test it? Let's go and test it. Click. Mm, yeah, US is one. Let's go to VPC. Guys, I'm audible. Looks like my internet is slow. Yeah.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, so let me go to you see still available very slow. Not to confuse, let me delete this VPC because the same range we adopted, right? Okay, and 10.10 is the same 10.20. Okay, let's delete this one as well. I don't know, too much slow. Create a VPC, prod VPC 10.20 0.0/16. DNS host names must enable it. And one more thing, PI VPC 172.16.0.0.1. Okay. Go to subnets. What is production subnet? Prod underscore subnet 1 10.20.1.0.24. Okay. Another subnet production underscore subnet 2 10.20.2.0.24. And one more two subnets, offshore VDI 172.16, let me see, 200. My bad. VPC. CIDS. Fair enough. Okay, let's play with 24 only. What's wrong in it? We have alternate option. 172.16.100.0.24. Why it will not accept? And one more thing, 172.16.200.0.24. Okay, no reason. It won't accept. So now create a subnet out of it. Offshore. Understood that point? If I gave a wrong subnet which /24 as address space, and I'm trying to create same thing over here. So 72.16.200.0.20. Now it will take. and one more is onshore. One 172.16.100.0.20. Done. What else we need to create? Let me go ahead and create two internet gateways. Fraud. I don't see any reason for fraud, but we have this one. I'll show you. HPC. Sorry, fraud. Yeah. So we have this internet gateway. Any reason? If you are using internet access for any of these four VMs, then you need this. Otherwise, you don't require it. VDI internet gateway. VDI. And so the route tables. How many route tables? Let's have a first. One route table, and second and third. Okay, let's do one thing. Create a route table. Prod underscore subnet one underscore route table one, which is sitting in prod, and the second one is prod underscore subnet two underscore route table two. Oh, and the third one is VDI underscore route table one. Only one route table within the VDI VPC. Done. 3. So go to VDI or subnet associations. What it will do? It will use both onshore and offshore by same route table. Okay. And what it will do from VDI route table, it will send a traffic to internet gateway at first stage. Means the whole traffic will go to internet gateway. Fine. And production route table, subnet associations. Which subnet we must associate? Subnet 1. So subnet 1. Save. And the routes, I'm sending everything onto internet gateway at the moment. Okay, production subnet 1 is done. What about the subnet 2? Same thing. We must associate subnet 2. And from subnet 2, what traffic that we are sending out? We're trying to send traffic that goes to internet gateway. I don't think we require it, but still we can remove it if we don't have any requirement. Fine. And what else we need? We need security groups. Okay, so let me create a security group. Offshore login. Only people from offshore, they will log in to RDP into respective machine. Where we need to keep it? We need to keep it in VDI VPC. Okay, this is one thing. So offshore login. And what the other one? Under same VPC. Okay. Okay, this is done. Now, what I need to create? I need to create a network security group with the name. What kind of name it is? Internet access. Okay, for public subnet only, which is subnet 1. Fair enough? Where in production create. There it is. Internet access. And RDP only. Only RDP. Prod VPC. Done. And one last. Where is my RDP only? Only RDP. Another one is only SSH. Under production. Fair enough. Now how to control these? Let's see. Only SSH. So just keep an eye from offshore login. What kind of rules that I need to place? RDP from my IP. Only my IP. Similarly, Shreyas, can you get me your IP to your browser? And anybody, give me your IPs, public IP, so that I can add it on the onshore rule. Okay, ICMP from anywhere. Done. This is my first security group where this one I've edited. This one I've just edited now. Now I need this one to be controlled. How we will control? Who can log in from remote home? Who can log in to onshore machine? Only the specific people who want to log in from onshore. I need you people public IP. Shreyas, can you ping me, or anybody? Can you ping me your public IP who want to access the machine? Oh, Shreyas, you can't do it. You are on mobile. Fine. So anybody,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Shrikant, Gopal, Zakir, just go to, yeah, Gopal 106. Okay, yeah. Shrikant, yeah. So I will allow you both of you. Okay, 2 RDP sessions that you can take, but only one username. We'll try. Okay, at least one you should try. I'm allowing both of you. What I did, let me show you. For onshore remote login, I have a 2 IPs allowed for RDP. Fair enough? Close. Done. Now, guys, for RDP, how to control it? Yeah. For RDP, let's say only offshore engineer needs to be allowed into RDP into this machine. Let's say onshore will have a full access, but offshore people won't log in into any of these Linux machine. Only one Windows server is there. That Windows server, offshore people can access it. Rest all Linux servers, let's say only onshore can manage. That doesn't mean onshore doesn't manage this Windows server, right? So they have full access on everything, but for me, I can access only Windows Server. So how to add that rule? Let me show you. Go to RDP. In RDP, what I will do? RDP, edit, rules. So again, RDP rule. What kind of rule? Custom IP range 172.16.100.0.24 onshore, and RDP custom, right? 172.16.200.0.24 means offshore. And ICIP anywhere add. And what kind of rule it is? If you see this particular green one, which I'm talking about, what this rule says, this network security group will respond if somebody is coming from this or this. That's it. Understood? And what about the SSH? Let me control SSH. Only SSH who can do it. Let's say SSH only 172.16.100.0.24. Onshore only for Linux admin. Okay, otherwise onshore only Linux admin. We don't have access on Linux systems. And there is one more thing. Sorry, let me add ICMP from anything. Yeah. Internet access. Who can access the internet? Let's say HTTP anywhere on the internet, or HTTPS anywhere on the internet, but to whom? We'll see. Done. Right, this is internet access for only specific machines. Right, so this is done. And what else I need to do on the networking part? We need to do a peering connections. Go to peering, create VDI to prod. Right, so from VDI to prod, fair enough. Create a connection. So connection is established. Accept the request. Okay, accept the request. Yes. It is saying please add rules. Okay, we will add rules in 3 different subnets. Where? Go to routes BDI route table, edit. Now, if something that belongs to 10.20.0.0/16 means if I am trying to send something onto production, which is my 10 dot series, so please send it to here. From this route table, I'm saying send it to peering connection. Save it. This is something. On the other side, prod subnet to route table 2. If 172.16 0.0/16, if this is the case where you need to send, you need to send it to peering connection. Similar case with this route table as well. 172.16 and peering connection, same. Done. This is what the networking part. Now, what I need to do, I need to go to EC2. We will deploy 1, 2, 3, at least 3 or 4 machines. Right. So let me go to instances, launch. Okay. So select a Linux machine. Next, 2 servers in prod subnet. Where is subnet? Subnet 1. Prod subnet 1. Okay. No public IP. Sorry. Not allow public IP for any of those machines. DGB. Next, security group. Now tell me what all the security groups that you want to attach. You see all the security groups. Now you need to attach only SSH. If it's Linux, only SSH. Review. Launch. Understood? So those network security groups will be a standard for organizations. We won't modify it. Only what we will modify whenever you get a new requirement. Let's say from application server to database server, you need to establish a communication. Then you have to create one more dedicated network security group for that. Let them deploy. And what I will do, will deploy Windows machines now. So Windows 19. On, yeah, and prod subnet 2. Again, no public IP access. Okay. Now this time only RDP. Okay, only RDP. Launch instance. Done. This is what our production environment with 3 servers. So this server is not there. I deployed these 2 servers. I deployed this server. This is not there. Now, what I will do, I will go ahead and deploy 2 more Windows server, right? or my VDA instance. Prod underscore Windows Server. Let me deploy. One Windows Server. I will take it as T2 small, at least 2 GB memory, and see the first spot instance is spot pricing. Fine. Will I need to keep it? VDI offshore. It needs a public IP because I need to log in from my home, right? Okay. Now, what is a network security group? See, offshore login only. If you are placing in offshore subnet, select offshore login network security group. Launch. What I need to do? I need to deploy the last instance. The last instance is your onshore VDA. Now, just a second, I need to change the size of this. RTP will go mad. Okay. Again, VDI onshore public IPS. This what kind of network security group? Onshore. So none of the servers will be accessible from internet. Only this on offshore and onshore machines. So let's see. I will ping you the public IP for both. Okay. This is your VDI. I'm just pinging you on the chat. Try to log in. It's still in pending mode. Try to log in after 2 minutes. I will ping you the password in the chat itself. Let me go to my Windows server and see if I can check out my password. No, still need to wait. So let me see my production VM. My production VM doesn't have any public IP, only private IP. So let me see if I can get the password. Yes. Decrypt. Copy. The password is for prod VM. Okay. So let me generate the password for you guys as well. For offshore, get the Windows password. Yes. The same key, decrypt, copy. This password is for offshore VDI machine. Okay, you guys can test this IP. Will not be able to reach it. Anybody, please try to access this machine 52 series that I pinged you now. You will not be able to reach it. And from my laptop, if I'm trying to access it, yes, it's working. You guys can try it because it's offshore allowed for myself. No one can access it. You can try if you want. Password. This one is the password. I can log in inside. See, it's working. Let me see the offshore VDI, sorry, onshore VDI, which is this one. Strange. Public IP got changed. How come? Okay. So onshore VDI, I'm just pinging you the IP for your VDI, Gopal and Shrikant. One must try. See this one. This is your onshore VDI machine 3237.185, and I'll ping you the password. Give me a moment. The password. So this is onshore VDI password. So I'll just ping you on the chat. You guys can test it. Try to log in. At least one person. Please log in. T237 series IP. Who is logging in?
Yeah, I'm logging in, but remote desktop can't connect to the remote.
That should not happen, man. If you are registered,
Yeah,
Gopal, can you try? 3, 237, 185, 236.
Yes, I'm trying.
Username is administrator and the password is I just ping you. Okay, it's working. Yes. Please be honest. Please be honest. So let's go back to the logic. So the logic says, Shrikant, please be on. A lot of noise it is generating from the system. What the logic says? Okay, let me mark the offshore one. So from my home, I can log in via this. I can log in here, and from offshore, I can only manage Windows. Means from inside the VDI, I can go and access this machine only. If I try to access or ping, your Windows servers won't respond. Sometimes ping will respond because I have allowed ping to everybody. So Windows machines or Linux machines, they will respond, but you are able to log in, Gopal? Yes, perfect. So can you try and log in into Linux server? At least you should get that prompt. Okay, I will ping you the both of the Linux machine IPs. Okay, so the Linux machine IP is 20.81. This one is Linux server IP. Try to log in. 10.21.81. Another Linux is this one, 1.155. These two machines, can you please try and log in from your system? Inside the VDI I'm talking about. Yes, Shrikant, that's the issue. How it will change? You disconnected from the VPN or what?
actually, we have reset that, and
What we have reset? It's fine. Guys, please try to access these Linux servers from your onshore VDI. Or I will show you. Let me access this Windows machine first. 10.22.40 from my offshore machine. Okay, from inside MSTSC, inside the VDA I'm talking about. 10.21 dot, what is IP? 40. sorry, 2.40. See, you got the prompt, right? You are not authorized access. Maybe network timeout. Not authorized access. That's wrong. The network timeout I should get from inside. One. Okay. So from my VDI, what I will do, 10 dot 21 dot, what is IP? And Linux IP 1.81. 1.81. Okay. See what the username was, EC2 user try. You should get a network timeout